not before court while using export account dumped at Morara Kebasos Senior, you knowingly, without lawful excuse, posted false information to which I quote, William Ruto approached the Langat and told him he desperately needs more money for campaign. The Langat used his property as security and took big loans to help his friend. Right now, the Langat is being auctioned by banks, and the person who is buying the property is William Ruto. To make it worse, William Ruto has used his powers to undervalue the property to buy them at a cheaper price. That is the type of a person we are dealing with. He has no friend. Contact whose information you knew to be false and calculated to tarnish and discredit the reputation of one David Langat. Is it so not true?
Before he pleads, it looks like there is a mismatch in the judgeship, and that it may not be worthy of pleading to it. So we'll be asking you to reject it under 29. If you look at the judgeship and the particulars, if at all any name was to be tarnished, probably it would be that of William Ruto. If the particulars were not true, it would not be the name of David Langat. So what is the fear of putting the name of William Ruto as the complainant? This is a very, and you can see, I don't know how it has been drafted, but if there was a name to be tarnished here, the person who is looking like ungrateful and not quite a friend would be William Ruto. So I'm urging the court to read the charge carefully and reject it, because it doesn't
make sense.
Something is not adding up.
Stupid.
Even if we go to trial on this, and even if David Langat comes, it will not be sufficient without William Ruto as the complainant.
Yes, Your Honor. Just to be traced on what senior counsel. Yes, just to be traced on what the senior counsel submitted on. There is no doubt that the particulars of a charge sheet must be able to inform the accused person what he or she is pleading to. And that the particulars of an offense as drafted. And that the particulars must speak to the alleged offense. They must clearly square out the subject of the complaint to which our client has been brought to you to meet is one Mr. William Ruto. And therefore, if the offense as drafted was to have any meaning in law, to the extent that our client is able to respond either positively or negatively, the particulars must relate to the subject. To that extent, Your Honor, this charge sheet is defective. It is not worth the paper it's written on. And our client is not able to leave it as the particulars do not inform on how he should leave. It does not disclose who is the complainant. Is the complainant Mr. William Ruto or is it B.L. Langat? And this is so important, Your Honor, and fundamentally important under Article 50, in the sense that we shall be requiring the statements of the complainant at the trial or at the fullness of time. So if a charge sheet is jumbled up as it is, Your Honor, it's only causing embarrassment to our client and to this court. That's all, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, if I may, the charge sheet brought before me this afternoon, Asha Mashir. Yes, I'm only raising one issue. Yes. I'm only raising one issue. That the alleged complainant here is also not a witness. I'm wondering how the two police officers would be the witnesses in this matter, yet the complainant is not. So I humbly submit, like my seniors before me, that this is a faulty charge sheet and should not see the light of the day.
Short statement. I'm willing to Jim. An accused person under Article 50 under Article 50 of the Constitution, an accused person has a right to be informed in sufficient detail of the charges proposed against him. Sufficient detail. What is presented as a charge sheet, if you look at the count 1, it talks of cyber harassment. But look at the particulars. That is where the devil lies. And where the devil lies, it sets out a purported ex post, but proceed to show you where he's sleeping. Content whose information you knew to be false and calculated to tarnish and discredit the reputation of one David Langat. This speaks, Your Honor, to a question of reputation, not harassment. And if it is reputation, it's defamation. If David Langat or William Ruto thinks that this post has injured their reputation in the eyes of right-thinking members of the society, their recourse is in the civil court. They sue for defamation. And criminal defamation is no longer applicable in our legal system. So that if the particulars presented before your yes. And this something like a butterfly. I hope I never sting like a bee. Let me try the butterfly on the road. I not inject. The particulars disclosed in the charge sheet speak to defamation, which is a civil wrong. The count in the charge sheet speaks to cyber harassment. There's disconnects in the two. So will Mr. Morara be required to respond to the count of cyber harassment or the particulars of defamation? That charge sheet, Your Honor, should not be registered at this particular point. And the state can advise the complainant that in relation to reputation, the Chief Magistrate's Court Milimani exists, Civil Division. You can go there. In relation to cyber harassment, the complainant should come with better particulars, not these ones. So having dissected those two, the particulars of the charge and the count on the charge sheet, Your Honor should exercise your discretion and refuse to register this charge as presented before you, and direct that Mr. Morara to be set free forthwith, unless otherwise lawfully detained. So this is prejudicial at the outset. That's all.